Hello, everybody. Dave Neal here, stand-up comic, host of Bachelor Nation News. Happy Tuesday morning to y'all out there. We've got Logan Palmer on the Life Coach Zach, the podcast, talking about going from villain to fan favorite and how he's stayed humble throughout the process. I think a lot of contestants could listen to Logan's humility here and gain a lot because I think he's got all of the right messages as he discusses his mental health and overcoming kind of the cyber scrutiny that exists out there. Follow me on Instagram at dneals, patreon.com/Dave Neal for private behind-the-scenes bonus content. 10 a.m. today, I'll be live with you guys, Pacific time. All right, let's jump right into it. So Logan Palmer was on Zach Rance's podcast, which is about, life coaching. When you've been a contestant on The Big Brother, you immediately get qualified to be a life coach. And I'm a little snarky here, but hey, let's hear what they have to say.
Complete roller coaster, and I haven't stepped off yet, but it's been good.
Good, man. Tell us a little about it. What's been your experience so far coming back into the real world?
You know what? It's like I'm walking in a daydream. I'm still living in San Diego. I'm still working on my career in film and videography, but there's definitely a social aspect surrounding everything that's changed a lot, and that would be because of my appearance on the show. So I filmed 2 shows this year alone. I watched those 2 shows back, and now I'm getting the reactions of people now that it's all said and done, and it's been pretty wild.
Yeah, it's pretty rare that you can go from being on Bachelorette and straight into Bachelor in Paradise before seeing you back on Bachelorette. So he went on Bachelor in Paradise with no sort of understanding about how his edit would be, or, if there was going to be people scrutinizing certain ways he did things or the way he talked or this or that. So to watch those both back, knowing that both seasons were in the bag must have been nerve-wracking.
Good, man. What do you think has been the most common reaction?
You know what? After the first season, after Bachelorette, it was tough. People were not fans of me. People had a lot of harsh and sharp words to say about me. And those are messages that I stopped reading after a certain amount of time. But after Bachelor in Paradise, I think people saw a more well-rounded side of me, got to see some more parts of me that I'm proud to show. And now I think people seem to understand me a little better, and it's been great.
Yeah, very, very rare is it that someone who's a quote-unquote villain, which Logan was not a villain on his season. Maybe they tried to edit him into one, but he never got to that status. But so many people that are quote-unquote villains go on Bachelor in Paradise and then do some interviews, and people realize they're not that bad of people. Maybe that's a message for all of us to just chill out on our judgments.
Absolutely, man. I don't really watch a lot of reality TV, but I did watch Bachelor in Paradise, and I was a huge fan, man. You looked really good. You seem like a great guy, and I'm glad to have you on the podcast today. If you don't know a little bit about me, I was on Big Brother, and when I came off Big Brother with a massive social following, there were celebrities tweeting about me, as I'm sure you're aware.
Yeah.
These big celebrities, they watch us on TV, and I had people like Ariana Grande, Neil Patrick Harris, Janet Jackson talking about me, and
no way.
Yeah, dude. And you know
what
what's
did
crazy?
Grande think of you?
So believe it or not, her older brother, his name
What did Grande think of you, bro? Were you guys like nectar?
is Frankie, was on the show with me. He was one of the house guests.
Okay.
And him and I were like best friends. I didn't know he was Ariana Grande's brother. I just knew him as Frankie. And at one point in the show, because it's a game show, we're competing for $500,000. It's not to find love. We're doing this for money. And long story short, when he was in the pits and everyone was against him, he kind of dropped his secret because he came in not telling anybody. And he's like, hey, guys, my sister's Ariana Grande. And I was like, I don't even know who that is. She wasn't that famous at the time. It was 2014. She was dating Big Sean. She just dropped her first album. She had a pretty popular single with Mac Miller at the time. And I was like, I don't care who your sister is, da-da-da-da-da. And long story short, I'll get to the point. I get off the show with like 400,000 Instagram followers. And it went straight to my head, dude. It went straight to my head. I became an egotistical, narcissistic, pretentious douchebag. I thought I was like God's gift to earth. I spent all the money I made on reality TV on drugs and alcohol, and I went into a really, really bad place, dude. I went into a really bad place, but that's partly the reason why I'm here today as a certified life coach. I've worked with over 1,000 clients, helping people lose weight, helping people get sober.
Who's interviewing who here? That's my question.
We're helping people get out of debt, start businesses and things like that. And it was just a part of my journey. So kind of a preface to my question, how was your mental health prior to going on the show compared to how your mental health is now after the show?
Yeah, Zach, I think a lot of the things you're saying are resonating. I came off the show, off after filming, feeling very confident. I felt like I spoke my mind well. I felt like people would understand where I'm coming from, and people would give me the benefit of the doubt, which isn't always given, and you know what? There's some stuff I would do differently when I was on the show, but the point is, I got a lot of harsh, reactions, and people were not a fan of me, and it was jarring to me. I mean, I had people contact my place of work, fans, to say things about me. I had people contact my family, send messages to my sister. I had death threats, just like, and now I'm on the other side. I had a good season, and people are celebrating me and sending me amazing, inspirational messages. And, I got to go to a sports game and sit on the court. And it's such a whiplash, I think, going.
I love the dichotomy. Yeah, fans were sending me death threats, but then I got to go to a sporting match. It's like clearly Logan he's being very kind. He knows how clearly deranged some of our audience is.
From one side of the spectrum to the other, and I hear what you're saying. Like, I think if I went to enough sports games, and if I got enough DMs from check marks, and if I got enough compliments and so on and so forth, it definitely could go to your head. It definitely could change you. It would change anyone. So I'm trying to really be cognizant of, like, hey man, you didn't actually do anything. You went to the beach, you had fun, and now people recognize you. But be humble, realize this is a temporary thing, and realize that you got to build a life for when this is over, because it'll be over at some point. You know what I mean?
Wow. Very interesting. This conversation is going to lead into our video later today, where we talk about Clayton Echard going back to work after his season of The Bachelor. Very interesting stuff here. You can tell Logan's a true, creative mind when he's like, look, none of this matters. I didn't do anything. I was just on a beach. This clearly just shows he's got so much more to offer us. As you guys know, I'm in the Logan fan club here. He pays me to be in it. Logan pays me $50 for every video I make about him. So I have to make them good. I'm kidding.
The franchise within Bachelor franchise that I think it'd be fun to collaborate with.
Nice.
And, in the kind of what I was saying in the creative realm, it's super easy to only
Claire pays me though.
projects that have the dollar sign behind them. But a lot of the stuff that's going to put you in the next level will be the things you do on your own. Mm-hmm. That are kind of self endeavors that maybe take longer, take a lot of time, don't have money behind it, but that will actually be your star piece, So
now, this might not be relatable to you or to me because we haven't been on reality TV, but what Logan's talking about here is choosing to do creative endeavors that don't just bring you money, right, when you get off the show, and choosing or deciding what to do with your Instagram following as it comes. Logan's been on 2 seasons this year. He's gone from virtually 0 followers to having a robust 75,000, and it's only going to go up from there. I actually thought he'd have a lot more by now, but of course Instagram's not as popular as it used to be. But yeah, it's like, what are you going to do with this new following? What are you going to do with this fan base? You going to put creative work out there, or are you just going to jump into the influencer ads, or a combination of both?
Well, whether it's writing or whether it's a sort of short film that I want to produce and direct myself. I think in this next year, I'm going to really focus, now that maybe I have some of the means, because of all this, that I'm going to pursue more personal projects.
Double down on that, dude. Look, if you know, and you think that that's going to help your career, double down.
Yeah.
Put 100% of your time, energy, and attention into that. Focus on that. And, if your skills and your talent are truly good, which I'm sure they are, you're going to get results, brother. So I want to encourage you. I want to challenge you.
Dude, the bar's set so low for creativity within the Bachelor world. And let me explain what I mean. So many Bachelor influencers get their following, and they, create these bad podcasts with terrible audio and not much of a point of view. So when something good comes along, like Jason Tartick's podcast, a very good one, or when Chatty Broads, I mean, people forget that Becca Martinez was on The Bachelor, right? She's been in Chatty Broads for so long. I almost forget she's an alumni. Maybe you don't, but she has high quality stuff that she makes. When you see people like Dean, who's a photographer who can make really great quality images and video, you're like, wow, this is really nice. Take Susie, for example, as a creative. So the bar is set low. If Logan makes anything with like a good creative vision, I think the audience is going to eat it up.
To go all in on that. And dude, honestly, I gotta just ask this question. Are you single right now? Are you dating anybody? Because I know my followers, I know my fans, they're going to be mad if I don't ask the question.
Yeah. Yeah, I am single right now. You know what? I'm ready to step back into dating.
There it is, folks. Logan is single and ready to mingle on this Jingle Bell Hop. All right, folks. Well, that's it. More content coming your way. I got a ton of videos. Like I said, we have one about Clayton Eckerd. We've got a Marlena is in a fight with a Love is Blind contestant. So we got a lot to get to. Follow me on Instagram at DNeals, patreon.com/Dave Neal for behind the scenes bonus content coming to you guys at 10 a.m. this morning. And also don't forget, I've got my Christmas themed vlogs over on the other channel here. Just click this link right here if you want to watch Christmas themed vlogs. Trust me, I'm going to put a smile on your face or you get your money back. We'll talk to you right after this. Bye, guys.